Come on, man. Don't go into penalties. Fuck's sake. Don't be putting me into penalties. You fucking fuck. Don't be putting me into penalties. Don't do it to me. Please don't do it. Come on, United. Bro, I'm not staying on for long. It's like, I just went into JP's, you know, just to say hello and that, like, but, like I said, I love all documentaries about, like, all them topics they were talking about, like Megalodon and Nessie and Bigfoot, and over the years, loads of programs has been made about Bigfoot, about Megalodons. Do you understand? It's like endangered species, you know, like, yeah, well, I did a live earlier on, and I thought Spencer was going to come on or someone else, but I just was chatting and, you know, just flowing, but I do not want this to go into penalties, man. I think Liverpool are winning 1-0 at the minute, but see, when it comes to Megalodons, Conan, I've watched so many documentaries about it, like that Shark Week where I seen a pregnant female shark. They called her Big Blue, and the size of this shark, it's the biggest shark I've ever seen. Do you understand? It's like on one of the deepest waters in the world is the Mariana Trench, right? And scientists and statistics say that we know about 6% of the ocean, and we're about the same in space. I don't believe the Americans landed on the moon. I think it was a diversion tactic to take the eye off what was going on in Vietnam. That's just my opinion through my research on certain topics. Like I said, I love anything to do with the sea or mountains, you know. I have a lot of interest. I've always watched documentaries because you can never stop learning about stuff, you know. And I like learning, you know, and I'm 50 this year and I still learn every day, you know. It's like, but I remember watching a program and it was about this American crew and they wanted to come to Loch Ness to see, was there, alright guys, was there anyone from, oh sorry, so this, go on, yes, bollocks, so, they went to Loch Ness with state-of-the-art equipment, with these devices that scan the loch, you know, and it took them a while to do it, and the thing about monsters, they stay hidden. Monsters don't like competition or opposition, okay? And that's why they stay hidden now. Like I said, I've watched a lot of Attenborough documentaries, like a lot of us, you know, but I love animals, you know, and it's like, in my spare time, it's like, I watch all kinds of documentaries, you know, like about, I love animals, obviously, right? So, over the period of time, and thank God, like, for the internet and what have you, and you can research a lot of stuff, and, like, I know thousands of years ago, Plesiosaurus, it's like, now, I've just been in JP's chat and I was listening, like, you know, and interacting, and they were talking about sharks, Loch Ness, It's like, I remember watching a few programs. One was called Shark Week, right? Within a month, I watched 3 documentaries. One was called Shark Week, and it was about, wasn't just about sharks, it was about mermaids. Uh, and like I said, apparently years ago, these kids come across something on a beach, yeah. Now, I don't know how true it was, right? I don't know how true it was, but in this video, you see these kids and they're on a beach and they go over and they get a stick and they move this thing and it moves and it's a webbed fucking hand, right? Now, on this program called Shark Week, yeah, they had this ROV, a robotic operation vehicle. How you could do, right? So, they went down in this submersible, yeah, and while they were down there, they recorded a lot of sounds, right? And there's a part in it now, I don't know how fucking real it was, right? And like I said, in these ROVs, they're called robotic operated vehicles, ROVs, right? And they went down, right? So while they were fucking down there, mate, yeah, this geezer, he's looking out this fucking window. Next of all, you see this fucking thing, mate, that sticks its hand to the window, yeah? It frightened the bollocks out of me because I remember watching it on my own. And I'm sitting here and I'm watching it having a joint, you know what I mean, fucking. And I'm watching it and I had a cup of tea in my fucking hand, yeah, and I'm watching it. Next of all, my fucking tea went all over the place. I was like, fuck, do you see that? Even though there was no one here to answer me back. You know, I was like, fuck. And then, it's like, now, the Mariana Trench, right, is the deepest body of water in the world, okay? Now, if megalodons exist, which a lot of people say they don't, and listen, like, never say never. Off the coast of China, they have cameras all over the sea, and you can log into the cameras, and you can watch all those cameras all day if you choose to. And some little kid from Beijing was on his laptop one night, and he seen something. He seen a fucking massive shark. Right now, Shark Week got hold of this video and they analysed it, right? And they measured from the nose to the fin to the tail. And they girth this thing and they reckoned this was about 130 feet long. And it's out there for everybody to see. I've seen these programs years ago, but I've always had a fascination with space and the ocean and mountains. You know, like I'm 50 and I've a lot of interests and stuff, you know, like I said, they say according to science and statistics, all we only know about 6% of the ocean. That leaves 94%, you understand, you know. It's like years ago, like I was in John Paul's chat and that lad that he was chatting to was talking about being in a museum and there was a megalodon on the roof, you know, and in Manchester, yeah, you know, in the museums, holy shit, they have one there, yeah, and they have a lot of fossils there and like years and years ago, you know, in the Ice Age, right, hundreds of years later, people start noticing tusks sticking up out of the ice. Do you understand? Which was woolly mammoths. And they were extinct years ago because the planet got hit by a comet and it wiped everything out. Do you understand? It's like, but when it comes to space and the planet, we don't know too much about it. Now, like I said, I like a lot of different things. I like shit about diving in caves, mountains, do you understand, and the sea. I'm fascinated with Mother Nature. Do you understand? I'm fascinated with evolution. Do you understand? It's like kill. Casemiro, yeah! United have just scored. Get in there, you cunt. Fucking Dale. Yeah, now what? What? Yes! Yeah. Like, I've always liked animals. So, yeah, I watched a lot. And I watch a lot of documentaries when I have some free time. You know, and I'm fascinated by alphas. Do you understand? It's like, it's a psychology thing. Animals and how they interact with people around them right now. I also have a fascination with alphas like gorillas, polar bears, grizzly bears, sharks, tigers, crocodiles, you know, but see apes. I've watched a lot of shit about apes, you know that movie Gorillas in the Mist and all. I watched these documentaries about this woman, yeah, and she was with this family of apes for nearly 3 decades and documented them all, you know, growing up and all, and it's like, she explained about like alphas and grizzlies, not grizzlies, sorry, silverbacks, and they're very territorial. Do you understand? And it's like, you know, there can be one silverback, yeah, and there can be like 6 or 7 females, loads of kids. Do you understand? It's like, and the best thing to do, as that woman said, yeah, do not stare them in the eye. And if they look in your direction, you submit. You put your fucking head down like that, like you are genuflecting in a church. Uh, Like I said, I'll be honest with you, you know what I mean? Sea gorillas, they are so intelligent. Do you understand? And it's like that whole Gorillas in the Mist and all, when they made that movie and all, there was a beautiful lady who dedicated her life to documenting this family of gorillas, you know. And it's like, you know, they're so human, like, do you understand? And they can sign. Like, a lot of people don't understand how smart gorillas really are. You know, but I tell you one thing, they'd rip your fucking arm off. Do you understand? Like, look what a chimp can do. Uh, yeah. Yeah, fuck off. Oh, Casemiro's head's busted, look. Somebody threw something at him, did he? Casemiro's cutting his head. But, like I said, uh, I know a lot of people might think I'm a sad cunt and all for admitting this, but it's like, you know, when I'm on my own sometimes, when the boys aren't here tormenting me, I like watching stuff about nature, about mountains, you know, I love watching stuff about mountains because it learnt me a lot about Buddhism, you know, and their religion is beautiful, they don't swear, and everything is about enlightenment, fulfillment, spirituality, nourishment, you know, uh, and it's like I said, I've seen a lot of documentaries, and as men, I think we're all interested in stuff like that, you know. But I watched this video of this shark. It was a female, and they called her Big Blue. And I think this shark was pregnant because I've never seen a shark as big as this. Do you understand? It's like a lot of people, you see, a lot of tourists, that's the one Big Blue. A lot of tourists go into unfamiliar waters in certain like resorts around the world. It's like, but like I said, some of them fucking sharks, like this geezer's in. I'll paint a picture for you, yeah. This geezer is in a fucking shark tank, mate. And I'll tell you one thing, I could not believe the size of this. And I'm looking at that cage and I'm thinking, mate, this fucking shark, if he wanted to, he could bite down and crush you right now. And like I said, I've watched everything that's out there nearly when it comes to the biggest sharks in the world and stuff like that. You know, it's like, see the fucking ocean. It's like, you know, like I seen a program called Shark Week, and on it, like I said, there's this guy in a cage, yeah, and this fucking shark, the width of the fucking thing, it was huge, and that guy said it there, they called it Big Blue, and I'm like, I'm just thinking, me bollocks, mate, would I get in that cage? You know, it's like, because that put the fear of God into me. Do you understand, a shark that big? Can you imagine? You know, here, you see, a lot of sharks get confused sometimes with seals, because you know seals, they have like flippers in a way. And like I said, like it's like, you know, people when they're out surfing and fucking what have you and all. Like I said, like, I be honest with you, that put the fear of God into me. I wouldn't want to get into the fucking sea. Like in some area, in some resorts, they have like fucking, like lions, you know, that you don't go across. Uh, like Spencer, may not tell you, like I said, I'm fascinated with a theory that megalodons or sharks 120, 130 feet. Now, that Shark Week, right, that program was just saying there, right, on it, they had a few Google Earth pictures, okay? And these fucking pictures, yeah, were taken from the space, right? And you go all the way down on Google Earth, right? And they showed this shark, Spencer. Do you know a yellow school bus? The fucking shark was twice the size of the bus. That's 180 feet long. Shark. They seen it on fucking YouTube, fucking Earth. What's it called? Google fucking Maps or Google Earth. 180 feet, mate. Here, you need a bigger fucking boat. Now, if there's a 180-foot shark, how are you, brother? How are you doing? Yeah, look at 96 minutes in, like I said, away at Forest, there wasn't going to be an easy game. It's like, at the minute, I'm glad, you know, but it's like, you know, now, oh, when I say I've watched a lot about Everest, mountains, the sea, I wasn't lying. Now, when it comes to cave diving, right, I've watched a lot about it, okay? And I watched this thing about this place, yeah? And I could be wrong. It's either in South Africa or it's somewhere else, but they call it the Big Blue Hole. And a lot of people have lost their life there, right? And I watched this documentary on Netflix called The Deepest Breath. And it was all about this woman, and she was a free diver, you know, and she had a lot of competitors, like, but this guy ended up becoming a trainer, or he was a diving instructor, and yeah, man, it'll happen eventually, Spencer. You know, like I said, for years, my coffee link was broke. I don't even ask people to hit the like button, but you can if you want. You know, you can sub to the channel, share it, or buy me a coffee, whatever. You know, but earlier on, thanks Spencer, earlier on, when I was in JP's channel, like I said, I like good topic of conversation, you know. Cheers, big country, for that. Yeah, that's funny. I be honest with you, that blue hole, like, I know a little bit about diving myself, right? Not a lot. Check your air gauge, always. Check your oxygen, whatever. Do you understand? It's like, make sure somebody else checks your equipment. It's a risk assessment. Because diving, you do need to do risk assessments, and it's like loads of different signs. Number one being, okay, here, not good. It's like, Conan, there's this part of your water, right? I think it's in South Africa, or it's fucking, I forget, right? Don't quote me on it, but it's called the Big Blue Hole. And I watched the thing about free diving on Netflix, yeah? And it's fucked. They go all the way down, yeah? Like, so many 100 meters, right? And it's like, you know, if you panic, it's like, and you go up real quick, you get that fucking bend, don't you? And you have to be put in a hyperbaric chamber because you get loads of bubbles in your fucking blood, bro. And then, brilliantly won, and then you risk getting cerebral edema. I watched this program, Conan, yeah, and this guy's body was in this particular body of water, and this English guy, one of the best divers in England, promised his parents that he'd recover the body, and he went over to do it. A lot of safety divers were in the water. They had loads of fucking divers in the water, because when you're going down 900 to 1,000 meters or whatever it is, yeah, it's like you risk getting a thing called, I think it's called cerebral edema, and basically they say it's like having 9 martinis or something daft like that. Now, I've never had a martini in my life. I don't know what they do to you, but it's like, and this guy promised the mother and father, and they were waiting. Now, the dive was gonna take 9 hours because it's in fucking stages. You know what I mean? And it's like, the recovery divers, like I said, if he's in trouble down there, it's like, they can't just go straight down, and then they can't just straight ascend back up, because I think you get the bends, and you end up getting that cerebral edema. And this guy, yeah, he went down, he went into a mad part of the cave, he found the body, you know, he got it on a zip line, and what happened was, while he was fucking trying to untangle the wire or the rope, he dropped the fucking thing, didn't he? You know what I mean? He dropped it. So he was trying to recover. And what happened was, because he was at the bottom, all the stilt on the bottom of the water just come up, and you can't see your hand in front of your fucking face. So he panicked. And it shows you the last fucking footage on the video, you know. And he died trying to recover the body. And you know something? I think he got the body onto the fucking thing and up, but because of she was taking too long, and when he dropped the scissors, do you understand? Because what he wanted to do was to untangle the fucking wiring. You know what I mean? And he died. He gave his life trying to bring that body back, you know? And that's how fucking... How you, Talca? Alright, boss. And Spencer, like I said, I watched, like I said, well, a lot of us, we're not much different. On Netflix, I will give you a documentary to watch if you've not watched it. And watch it through, please. It's called Evil Genius. You know, here guys, look what time it is. I'm gonna have to shoot, cause I have to ring the Queen. Spencer, thanks for coming in. Hello, Top Gear. But guys, listen, I wanna thank Spencer, Top Gear, Conan, Bossman, Talca. Who else is in there? Big Country, Alexander, you are so handsome, my brother. Now listen guys, can I just say something? Now, not everything on YouTube has to be carnage, okay? Now, if yous have just been in John Paul's live, I went in for about 25 minutes, I didn't jump on the panel. I just enjoyed being in the chat and listening to what the boys were saying and give your opinion on it, you know, and it's like, it's nice. Do you understand? Because it's men. And we're not shouting over each other. We're all giving our opinions. And then someone will say, did you see this documentary? No, bro. Yeah, man, watch it. It's really good, you know. And like I said, I watch a lot of stuff on Netflix and on Prime, especially documentaries, and on BBC iPlayer too. You know. But it was nice going into John Paul's chat and just chatting about like different stuff, you know. A lot of us have. Thanks very much, mate. Big Country, I'll give you a sub too, but could you do me a big favour? There's a few good Irishmen in this chat, and scroll up and sub to every one of them. Give John Paul a fucking sub, he's one of us. Give Cuddo a sub, he's one of us. Give Ralph a sub, he's one of us. Give Conan a fucking sub, he's one of us. Give Pablo and Chopper a sub, he's one of us. But yeah, there's a few girls now that are gonna have to come on and talk about mental health, because we can't just be selfish and think mental health just affects men. And I have a few women that are brave to come on and talk about it. Now, like I said, guys, listen, not every channel or channels are toxic. And like I said, JP's a big fucking lump of a fella, do you understand? And we're talking about fucking gorillas and fucking whales and... You know what I mean? It's beautiful. Men can talk amongst men, you know, about our interests, and a lot of us are not so different. I seen them documentaries that the boys were talking about. So, you know, it's like I said, I like engaging, and it's like, I've watched a lot of documentaries. Paul, I'm just about to go, brother. And guys, give Paul a sub as well. Yeah, man, you have a good... Alright, bro, you confuse me. Here, me and my brother, see him in there, Alex. Well, it's really Mark, my little brother, right? He'll tell you, you know, all of us were mad into watching, like, we watched a lot of Dave Attenborough stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that man, like, and his brother Richard are legends when it comes to stuff like that, you know. It's like, and like I said, you know, I love the planet. And I've learnt a lot about it, you know, and I've watched a lot of programs about animals and their natural habitat, alphas and stuff like that, you know. I've a fascination with animals, alphas especially. and the behaviours and the body language, and like I said, when it comes to alphas, silverbacks, that gorilla's in the mist blew me away, like I said, all them years ago, and the lady who actually was involved in it, one of them, she followed this family of gorillas for 30 years, you know, and it's like they accepted her as one of their own, you know, and like I said, I fucking love animals, and I've lost a couple of friends over being cruel to their animals, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, animals, like I said, they're majestic creatures, you know, and we should treat them with respect and not invade their comfort zone because they're very territorial, you see. Apex predators, gorillas, alphas. And normally you get one silverback and there's about 5 females and loads of kids, and like I said, if you do not submit to him, do not look him in his eyes. Yeah, I'd have my head down like that, mate. Sudden movements here, like I said, they're very territorial, and they act because they have to, you see, because that's their domain, you know. So shout out to Gorillas in the Mist, you know, come on baby, let's do the twist. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce over here, just like a fucking nitwit. But I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, I have a little, like, I want this channel to grow a little bit, right? And it's like, I like taking pictures of animals, right? You know, I fucking love birds, watching them in flight and what have you, you know. That's another thing I've watched a lot about. You know, about eagles and hawks. Like, I watched this thing, yeah, you know where Genghis Khan is from, right? And in this village, that's what they used to do, yeah? They take the birds out into the desert, yeah, and let them off and chasing rabbits like unbelievable. Hey, Peggy. But like I said, look, we're not so different. We like football. We have mental health issues. We have children who we want to have a better life than us, you know. And like I said, it's nice to see panels where it's not toxic. And men are not afraid to talk about their hobbies or what they like and what they don't like. And I get a lot of nourishment from the programs and the documentaries I watch because I love mountains. You can't mess with Mother Nature. I'm a humanitarian. I love animals. And I've studied them and their behaviours. It's all part of psychology and modules. You see, presentation, body language, submission, you know, redemption. Well, what's redeeming about a fucking gorilla running at you and ripping your head off? You know what I mean? Like, they run at you, man, I would be shitting myself, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be getting too close to them. But then, you're leaning back on a tree because you don't want a fucking bear to see it, or a fucking, you know, and next of all, a fucking tiger. Or an anaconda. Here, I'm waiting over here, mate. I don't like the look of Boris over there. Boris, yeah, the gorilla. The big fella. They call him Boris. Yeah, and here, Boris is going to turn you into Doris. Do you understand? It's like, and Dorothy, we are a long way from Kansas, and that bear does not like me. Or that ape, whatever it's called. Dude, it's not a bear. Here, it doesn't fucking matter if it runs at us, what dead, whether it's a bear or a fucking whatever. You know, and you don't want to upset no fucking Yogi Bear. Do you understand? Because them fuckers, when they wake up from hibernation, yeah, and you're there, they're going to eat you. I'm going to end my life by saying this here. Have any of you ever seen The Revenant? You know that movie? That's a true story. You know, in 1850 something, uh, before I go, Leonardo DiCaprio plays the part and he gets ragged all with despair and he's got holes all over him and he puts gunpowder in them and lights it. You know, fucking hell, but that's a true story. You know, all about an explorer. You know, and it's like he was looking to sell skins, to hunt bears, to skin them, to sell the skins. And he ended up becoming the food. Do you understand? The bear looked at him and said, "Yeah, McDonald's, motherfucker. Except for I am not going to get a strawberry milkshake. Instead, I'm going to stick my neck on yours and my big teeth are going to find your pituitary gland and we're going to squeeze." Yeah, man. But anyway, listen, I'm going to bounce. But, nah, it was nice, like, cause, you know, it's like a lot of people are afraid to let their guard down on YouTube, right? And it's like, in John Paul's live, like I said, you know, all the different topics they were talking about, rather than fighting or, you know what I mean? You see how, you know, like, but a lot of channels feel the need to tell the world that they're so tough. And here, there should be a few YouTube awards coming in the next couple of months. From me personally, I am going to give you a gift. Because you are so handsome and so educated and so deluded for a Scouse midget. My name is Stuart, not fucking Bridget. And here, to me, you are the nitty midget. If there's a problem, let me know. But yeah, I like talking about killer whales and shit. Have any of you ever seen Blackfish? About Tilikum, that whale. Well, we're going to talk about Tilikum tomorrow, that motherfucker. Do you understand? You know, see him. Do you know how much his semen is worth, that whale? I watched a program called Blackfish and it was fucking brutal. You know, whales can get mental health. You know, Conan, come here. If you're a performing fucking whale, right? It's like, that whale has a bad history, bro. The amount of people it killed, do you understand, and drowned it. And then that girl, he fucking took her whole head off. But Blackfish, what a documentary. Like I said, I'm a documentary guy. So listen, I'm gonna bounce because my missus will kill me. Yeah, but guys, thanks all for coming in. God bless you all. There's no solution without confrontation. Shout out to YouTube's Coffee Nation. Yes, I want to buy a camera and I can't afford it. So there's only one way I'm gonna get it. Because I've spent thousands on this fucking thing already. Here, does anyone like Guns N' Roses? I have two 16-foot canvases there. And I'd trade them for a camera. I would. But that's what me buying me a copies for. You know what I mean? So if any of you want to buy me a coffee, you're more than welcome. Anyway, guys, listen, thanks for coming in. Sub to my channel or share it, it's just as important. You know, and like I said, myself and a few other people, we're going to just talk about, you know, like I said, now I know certain people have certain interests in certain topics. You know, so tomorrow we're going to talk about a killer whale called Tilikum. Okay, I'm going to go. Thanks for coming in. Shout out to everybody. Guys, if you're not subbed to Spencer, Amory, Conan, Paul C, Peggy, Big Country, me brother, Alex McDonald, who was so handsome, and Top Boss, and Top Boss and Top Girl, my bad. Guys, do me a favour, yeah? I have a couple of countrymen I want you to sub to. And it's them ones, and you know what? I'm going to make a few lists. Before I go, this is what you need to know. No channel on YouTube. If you pay memberships, does something for you. All you get is a loyalty badge and a shout out. Well, I'm going to change things on YouTube. I'm just going to do something different. Hang on. Guys, 1 second. Hang on. Right, guys, I'm going to end me live, yeah? And I'll be back tomorrow. Take care. Peace and love. Out.